start with Michelle and then Anne and then Judith. Each one can tell what they are doing, what is their profession, where they are, and also how they got into passion with Ayurveda. Okay, so each person will introduce Michelle, Anne, and then Judith. Please go ahead, Michelle, and please turn on your
Thank
mic.
you. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Gupta. My name is Michelle. I live in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. I don't know if everyone's from Canada. I work as an ICU nurse at Health Sciences North in Sudbury, and I also teach yoga virtually right now. And I, over this last year, opened up my own business teaching virtually, and I'm really finding a beautiful balance between working in the chaos of a pandemic and then being able to call in my practice and my connection to what that looks like. So it's been very healing and helpful for me. I connected with Ayurveda actually through, I was recovering from a concussion from a car accident and I just couldn't get it right. I kept having lots of headaches, and I had heard of Ayurveda through my yoga teacher training and connected with Vidya Gupta through my girlfriend, and it just kind of naturally came into sorts where Vidya Gupta helped me connect with ways of helping heal myself through Ayurvedic perspective, and it was so healing and helpful that I needed to know more. So I registered for the program. I was really grateful to go to India with Vidya Gupta and then was able to come home prior to lockdown, and then here I am, super excited to get to know you all and to play and to just share in this love of this amazing way of living. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Michelle. I can just share one thing. She talked about India tour. I still remember how beautiful her yoga classes were appreciated with the sunrise and on the island, and then she was teaching in the open, and everyone appreciated those beautiful classes. And she had this magical wood that she would burn, and then there will be this amazing smell, healing smell of that. Thank you very much, Michelle. And please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear me now.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm a teacher now. I teach neurophysiology. Part of neurology, and I always, since I remember, as far as I'm 64 now. As far as I remember, I always been interested with plants, and at 4-year-old I was collecting plants and trying to make potion with that, and then with my brother, and then I started studying astrology when I was quite young, and then I went to England at Oxford University for a seminar in astrology, and that's when I got acquainted with astrology, planet, Ayurveda, and Yotish. And then after that, I just, kept going. And then I studied with Dr. Frawley before in New Mexico. It was a course online, a lot of information, but there was actually not, it was a bit difficult to put together. And so when I saw that we had a course in Ottawa with Dr. Gupta, well, I joined, and because he's a very good teacher. And yeah, so I'm like, I grew my plants, I grew my herbs, and yeah, and I liked all this aspect of energy and electricity and neurophysiology, and it's all like linked together, and brain waves and stuff, and so like
Good.
just interested.
So you said you are 64. I think you should switch the numbers.
Sorry?
I said you should switch the numbers from 64 to 46.
Oh, well, my bones are 46, but my wrinkles are that's about it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Anne. Judith, please go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I work in the allopathic side of the medicine world in a multidisciplinary clinic. I myself have had a fairly long career with photobiomodulation, which is light therapy and healing. So to me, it connected to this side. And the missing link for me was always, how do we enter Eastern preventative methods to our patients that are getting nowhere except circles and lots of pharmaceuticals. So that is what my goal was with Ayurvedic learning. And same with me. I was actually took a trip from Ottawa area where Dr. Gupta and I am, and went all the way to the West Coast to talk to some Ayurvedic suppliers. Dr. Gupta, that was Sawanti at the time. That was probably 7 years ago now, or 6 years ago. And while I was out there, I was so determined I needed to learn at least how to be a health counselor, practitioner, or something more, so that I could help them within my scope. And somebody I was speaking to, I don't know if it was an Indian chef, I can't even recall now, said, well, you're from Ottawa. Why would you call Dr. Gupta? And I said, well, does he teach? I had no idea, and we're this close. So that's just how cool the universe worked. And then on having a brief interview with Dr. Gupta, the rest, I naively thought I would learn in 2 years because I'm such a quick learner. So this has been a great journey and still is. I have gone ahead and implemented an Ayurvedic practice with consults within my scope so far. So I really want to just keep going and keep helping. And I do use the Everscreens that are Dr. Gupta's, and I have a lot of clients on those, and always renew. So thank you for that, Dr. Gupta.